The only way investing in risky new technology like crypto is going to change your life is by taking profits. What is profit taking? When investing in anything, profit taking is locking in gains by selling some or all of your positions that have risen since your initial investment. Gains are not ours until we have either sold crypto for fiat currency and completely transferred it off the exchange to our bank account, or two, sold crypto for a stable coin like USDT and completely transferred it off the exchange to our own crypto wallet. Some people, myself included, like to take gains from altcoins and buy more Bitcoin, or you could use it for your lifestyle, like paying some or all of your mortgage off, for example. So how do we decide what to sell and when to sell and how much to sell? We need to put a profit-taking plan in place that dictates what crypto we sell, when we sell it, at what point, and ultimately what we do with the profits. Most investors steam into crypto without a profit-taking plan, but that's not going to be you. In today's video, we're going to be covering 1. Different profit-taking strategies. 2. Learn what the profit-taking process entails with crypto. 3. A warning we should be mindful of when taking profits. 4. Make sure to watch until the end, as I'm going to be finishing up with a little guide to make the cash out process as simple as possible. Before we start, I want to go over some things to be aware of, especially if you're new to crypto. All cryptos have or should have an extremely high tolerance for risk because you're dealing with an extremely new speculative technology in a new emerging digital asset class that has not been around for too long, and it has a lot of regulatory uncertainty. To be completely honest, a lot of things could go wrong. All crypto investors should never invest anything they cannot afford to lose, and you should always be mentally prepared to potentially lose some or all of your crypto investments. This is the cold, hard, honest truth about crypto. Here are some of the profit-taking strategies for you to consider. First of all, let's look at short-term strategies. These strategies come with higher risks, more stress, and increased transaction costs. Again, just something to be aware of, because I feel you should approach crypto with safety in mind. Aim for the gain. Set a target percentage gain, e.g. 10% or 20%, and sell once your crypto reaches that value. This can be automated using limit orders on exchanges, for example. So you put £1,000 into Ethereum and it goes up by 20%. If this is your target, you cash out with £200 of profit. Sell schedule. Sell portions of your holdings at predetermined price points. For example, sell 10% when the price increases by 50%, 20% when it doubles, and so on. Let's say your portfolio is worth £1,000 at the start and it increases to £1,500. You might sell 20% and cash in £300. House money. Once your investment doubles, take out your initial investment and let the profits continue to grow. This way, you're only risking the house's money. So let's stick with £1,000 example. If that doubles to 2,000, you take your initial 1,000 back out. Now the pressure is off. Now you might implement a sell schedule and go a bit higher risk because you're not risking your own hard-earned money. Now let's look at some long-term strategies. These strategies involve holding your crypto for several years, ideally through at least one market cycle, like Bitcoin's halving event. DCA out of the market. This is gradually selling your holdings over time as the price increases. This method allows you to lock in profits while potentially benefiting from further gains. Life-changing gains. Decide in advance what you want to achieve with your profits, such as paying a mortgage off, buying a house, or diversifying into other investments, or going on a holiday. This will help you determine when to take profits. With everything crossed, this is what I'm looking for in this bull cycle, but more on my cash out strategy later in the video. By the way, if you are risk averse but still want some exposure to crypto, the best bet is probably to buy and hold Bitcoin long term. This is probably the safest way to go in crypto at the time of recording this video. These strategies are just to get you thinking about when to sell your crypto and to give you an idea of what you can do. You might be happy with 20% profit. You might be like me and be looking for life-changing gains in this cycle. We're all different as investors. All I'm trying to do with this video is to drive home the importance of a well thought out cash out strategy. Profit taking process. Let's go over some of the things you should be mindful of with the profit taking process. Regardless of what strategies you decide to implement, a good little tip is to practice transactions before sending the full amount. Every time we move our crypto around, it costs a transaction fee. So when we transfer our crypto to and from our cold storage wallet, or to and from our exchanges, or to and from each other, we're going to have to pay a fee. So when deciding on a profit-taking strategy that works for you, make sure you take transaction fees into account. Make sure you are familiar with any cryptos you have and which network they are on, so you have the right currencies to pay transaction fees and your crypto doesn't get lost, to move them around and take profits. You also need to be aware of the tax you need to pay in the country you live in. Just do a quick Google search and see what tax you need to pay. Or you could speak to a qualified accountant. A little warning. One final thing to be aware of is that regulators sometimes go after certain crypto projects, which forces exchange to delist them. We've seen this with Ripple and other tokens over time. So it's important to keep this in mind, that when implementing a profit-taking strategy, because if our cryptos are targeted by regulators and exchanges start delisting them, we won't have many options to sell when we're planning to. If our cryptos are targeted, it's best to either choose to sell it quickly altogether, or if you want to take the risk, make sure you know that you may be very limited in your options to sell when the time comes. Making the process as simple as possible. Learn and understand crypto. This is your starting point, like rewatching this video and taking some notes, just so that info really sinks in. Pick out some well-researched cryptos and build a crypto portfolio aligned with your risk tolerance and financial goals. Now it's time to store your crypto safely, like in a cold storage wallet. Personally, I prefer to use a Trezor wallet. Spend some time thinking about your cash out strategy, a lot of time. Personally, my cash out strategy is aligned with the price of Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, the price for Bitcoin at the time of recording this video is in and around $56,000, $57,000. Now, I believe that the price of Bitcoin gets to $150,000 at the peak of this cycle. And when it gets to $100,000, maybe it's towards the end of this year or into next year, I'm going to cash out 50% of my total portfolio. Very simple, very straightforward. Now, to help me with my strategy, I'm going to be looking at market indicators. Again, to keep this simple, I'll be using moving averages. A moving average is an average of price over a certain time period. My main focus is going to be on the 200-day SMA, simple moving average, and the 50-day SMA. So looking at this chart, this green line is the 200-day SMA and this red line is the 50-day SMA. Now, going back to October 2023, we had what is called a golden cross. Now, a golden cross is when a short-term moving average raises above a long-term moving average. So as you can see here, this red line, the 50-day SMA, goes above the 200-day SMA. Now, the opposite is also the case when that 50-day SMA drops below the 200-day SMA. So a golden cross is a bullish signal back in October 2023, and just recently, August 24, we've got a death cross. So this is bearish, but I do believe in the coming weeks we're going to get another golden cross, and then things will really start moving. When you get a golden cross, the bulls are back, and it's a positive sign we're in the bull market. So in my case, when that 50-day SMA crosses back above the 200-day SMA, I'm a happy investor. When the time comes to cash out, make sure you're confident in sending crypto from one place to another. When you send your money to an exchange, it's time to convert that crypto back to fiat currency. Then it's time to go on holiday, buy that car you've always wanted, or even pay off the mortgage, as I've said. With everything I've got, I hope you've got some value from this video, and I really hope you do well in crypto. This video is for you to start thinking about your profit strategy, your exit strategy. All I would say is the importance of having a cash out strategy is my biggest lesson after 7 years in crypto. Don't be like me in 2018, left with absolutely nothing. Get them profits off the table. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've liked today's video, give me a like and help me build this channel.